Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the first weekend of Tuba Bach 2020, and this entirely brand new way to present this to you. And thank you all for your patience and your understanding, and hope this is an exciting new way to listen to a concert and enjoy the Tuba Bach Festival in a new 2020 manner. So, as always, want to thank the folks that help make these concerts possible and our sponsors, Edward Jones, Dan Terry, the Bush Insurance Agency in Big Rapids, McDonald's Restaurant of Big Rapids, Bab Ford, Crossroads Pest Control, Mecosta County Convention and Visitors Bureau, Stonehill Veterinary Clinic, and of course, the folks here at Immanuel Lutheran Church, where we are live streaming from right now. Happy to be here. The people at West Michigan Piano that have provided this amazing piano that's right behind us. So we've got that, this Steinway that's here for the festival. The Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs, the National Endowment for the Arts. So we are very grateful for the support of all of those folks. And then also want to special thanks to Steve Masters at Sunny 97.3 and Jeff Gabalis and Jeff Peddlety that are helping make all of this streaming possible. So you are listening to us either on Sunny 97.3, so welcome if you're part of the radio broadcast, or on Facebook or YouTube, or for purposes of this festival, I guess I like to think of this Facebook and YouTuber. So welcome, and hope that you enjoy this program. So for this first concert of the 2020 Tuba Bach Festival, super excited to have some faculty members here from the Michigan State University College of Music that are right behind me over here on trumpet. This is Justin Emerich. With the tuba, no stranger to the Tuba Bach Festival, is Phil Sinder. And then back at the piano is Kealii Polischuk. So please welcome them. And the first piece that we are going to play is going to involve all four of us. Over the course of the concert, there's going to be various combinations of players, but this first piece is it's all four of us. This was written by Jim Self, who was a West Coast studio tuba player and now composer, and he titled this first piece, Intrepideedoodah.
Thank you all so much. I'm very, very honored to be here, and I'm really appreciative to get this opportunity to perform live music at this time. The next piece we're going to play is a piece composed by composer Erik Owazen. I have sort of a distant relationship with Mr. Owazen, where I've premiered a couple of his pieces, fortunately. Once I was a fellow out at Music Academy of the West as a student, where we premiered the Western Fanfare. And secondly, I was a faculty member at Grand Valley State University in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where we premiered his Grand Valley Fanfare. I also know Erik a little bit from my time at Juilliard, where he's a professor of composition. The piece we're going to play is an Elizabethan Songbook, and we're going to play the first 2 of 4 movements. The first movement is Come Away, Come Sweet Love, and the second movement is There is a Lady Sweet and Kind.
you so much, and good afternoon. Thanks to everyone for listening in on radio and on the live stream. It's great to be back in Big Rapids performing on Ed Mallett's Tuba Bach Festival. Many years I've been doing this, from the very first year, and covered most of the years. And so that was the Siciliano from Bach's second sonata for flute. And can't let a Tuba Bach event go by without a little bit of J.S. Bach. I know that was a heavier fixture in the earlier years, and now it's referenced here and there, but that's a piece that, even though you may not think it adapts from the flute to the tuba, those two instruments have such a high airflow rate that they're very similar in how we play those instruments. We're going to change course totally now and play something again for tuba and piano, but now a piece of very high energy titled Turbulence, and written 7 years ago by the American composer Bruce Broughton, composer of the movie score to Silverado and many other movie and TV scores, but also the composer of several works for brass, including 2 works for tuba and piano. Turbulence is the title. I don't equate this so much to airplane turbulence, perhaps political turbulence, but we don't want to go there. And I'm going to equate it to what I saw this morning, because I took a beautiful bike ride in Big Rapids up to the old fish hatchery in Paris. And so I think the turbulence that you might get at a fish hatchery in the old days, with hundreds of fish vying for food, that's sort of the nature of this next short work for tuba and piano.
Phil and Derek for that. So this is the 15th year of this Tuba Bach Festival, and as Phil said, he's been up here, I think, for 14 of those 15 years, including the very first one. And it's always so much fun to get to play with him. It's usually in a quartet or something like that, but I forget, and so this concert in just these last 10 minutes, how much fun it is just to have a chance to sit and listen to Phil play, and back in 25 years ago, I guess it was, when I was down at Michigan State doing my grad work with Professor Sinder, and what an honor it is to be able to play with him every year and to just get to sit back and listen and hear him. So Michigan State is in good hands, and which brings me to the rest of this, and it's so much fun. These guys, neither one of them were there when I was there, but holy smokes, Michigan State just has the best of the best. And so the opportunity to get to play with Justin on trumpet and Derek at the piano is just such an honor for me, and so happy to have them here. This next piece is again just for the three of us. It's called Hot Pursuit, American composer John Frith, and it's for trumpet, euphonium, and piano. So I hope you enjoy.
Thank you so much. The next piece we're going to play is going to feature Phil and myself in a trumpet tuba duet. The piece was composed by John Stevens, who was the longtime tuba professor at the University of Wisconsin-Madison and truly a prolific composer for not only brass but many other pieces, instrumental organizations. I just learned an interesting fact about him this afternoon, that his very first orchestral piece was performed by the Chicago Symphony, so not a bad orchestral beginning to your composition career. The piece we're going to play is called Dialogues 2. And we're going to play two of the movements. The first movement is called Fanfare, and the second movement is called Scherzo.
So, thanks, Phil and Justin, for that. One of the things that we have tried to do over the years of Tuba Bach is promote new music and new composers and things of that sort whenever we can, commissioning new projects. One of the benefits, I guess, it's good to find these things in our current COVID crisis and all of that, is that a composer that I know very well and have known him, I guess, as long as he's known me. So son Noah Mallett is now a sophomore studying composition and percussion down at Michigan State, and because of the current regulations and stipulations, we get him home for the semester. He's studying from here, and so we get to have him here in town for the festival. And if you have been to Tuba Bach concerts before, you have probably seen Noah play and maybe have heard some of his music, but he wrote a brand new piece going to be premiered right now for you for the four of us. So it's just pretty exciting. This is Noah's Capriccio for trumpet, euphonium, tuba, and piano, and we'll make sure we've already used him on this year's festival. He's back there turning pages behind Derek, so we'll make sure to acknowledge him afterwards too. But pretty excited about this. So world premiere of Capriccio by Noah Mallett.
Before I play a little Mozart, I just wanted to say thank you so much to the Tuba Bach Festival for having me and my family on this beautiful fall weekend in Big Rapids, Michigan. Just a really gorgeous place to be in mid-September, and we've just had a great weekend. Just a little bit about the Mozart D minor Fantasy. The D minor Fantasy is a well-loved piece by Mozart. There's just kind of two facts about it that I think are really interesting. First of all, the piece was unfinished by Mozart, and his publisher tacked on 8 bars at the end of this. So some pianists make their own ending to this. I just play the original publisher's version of the end of this. And then also just Mozart was probably most well known for being a prolific opera composer. His operas still stand the test of time as being some of the greatest works of art ever created. And this is a very operatic sort of piano piece. So you'll hear a lot of drama, you'll hear a lot of different characters, and it's just one of the pieces that I have played since I was a very young person and is really near and dear to me. So this is the Mozart D minor Fantasy.
Derek. There's Dr. Derek Polischuk. It's terrific to have you join us on this program today. I know we're all getting quite a workout this afternoon, but I think his count is more than anyone else as far as the number of pieces on stage today. And notes, yes. So of the composers on the program today, I think I've met 6 of them, including the composer of the next piece, whose name is Barbara York, an Canadian-American composer who's written perhaps 15 or 20 works involving the euphonium and the tuba, and many of them in a tonal and beautiful character-based context, and that's certainly true of the next piece we're going to play for you. I know every year Ed features pieces that challenge the audience in one way or another, and it's just terrific, the amount of new music and the diversity of music. This next piece is one that you will absorb and enjoy on first hearing. It's a beautiful setting called Every Day and Alleluia.
Beautiful, beautiful job. The next piece is going to feature myself on a little concertino in E flat by Ernesto Saxe.
Thank you, Justin. Beautiful. Two pieces remain on our program this afternoon, and we have a short tuba duet to feature for you next. Ed, in addition to playing euphonium, also is an accomplished tubist, and you'll hear him play both over the course of festival season. We have a piece for you titled Tubaku. It's almost as good a title as the Tuba Boxers Ed was featuring several years ago as a promotional effort for the festival. But Tubaku combines the name Tuba with the city of Baku in Azerbaijan, where the composer spent a Fulbright some years ago, an entire semester teaching in Azerbaijan, and decided to capture some of the flavor of the rhythms and the dance music and the modes of that country in a very short work for two tubas, Tubaku.
Okay. Well, thank you, Phil, and thanks Justin and Derek and Noah, and mostly thank all of you for tuning in however you're on today, whether it's Facebook or YouTube or on the radio. We are most appreciative that you're here and with us as much as we can be this year. There are still 5 more weekends to go after this, and if you're here in Big Rapids, and if the weather cooperates, on Saturday afternoons at 4 o'clock, we are doing these concerts in front of people, so that's exciting, if it doesn't rain and if it's not cold. And if that happens, we are outdoors in front of Immanuel Lutheran Church in Big Rapids, and that's at 726 Fuller Avenue, right here in Big Rapids. So, next Saturday, we'll hope for good weather. Didn't happen this week, but we've still got 5 more weeks to try. So in those 5 weeks, next weekend, if you are a longtime listener of Tuba Bach, you certainly know the name Alvin Waddles. So he is back next week along with his son Dominic, and I get to play also with my son Noah. And the 4 of us, in fact, just a few weeks ago, finished recording a CD project of old-time 1920s ragtime and jazz, xylophone, saxophone, piano, tuba music. So we're going to present that next week for you. The 3rd week of the festival, my good friend and amazing euphonium player, Demondre Thurman, is going to be here, and we're going to enlist the help of Noah on that one, at the piano and on percussion and all sorts of things with that. The following week, so now we're into October, some members of the Grand Rapids Symphony, a group called Montage, will be here. So that's exciting, chamber music. The following week, the 5th week of the festival, some folks coming up from Detroit. Alvin, again, will be here. Jeff Zook is the piccolo player from the Detroit Symphony, and Kim Kennedy is the concert master of the Detroit Symphony. So she will be here, he will be here, and Marion Hayden. And that's going to be an interesting concert, all trios, and we're starting with Baroque trios that actually have 4 of us. And then a Beethoven trio, a Brahms trio, and then we move up into the 20th century with some jazz trios, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. And then the final week of the festival this year, I get to hang out and play with my kid. Noah and I are just going to do chamber music for tuba and euphonium and piano. So hope that you can tune in and join us for the next 5 weeks. Again, we'll be doing this on Sunday afternoons on the radio and on YouTube and on Facebook. Again, want to thank our sponsors, Edward Jones, the Office of Dan Terry, the Bush Insurance Agency, McDonald's of Big Rapids, Bab Ford, Crossroads Pest Control, Mecosta County Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Stonehill Veterinary Clinic. We're so happy to have the support of Sunny 97.3 FM and Immanuel Lutheran Church, where we can play, and West Michigan Piano, again, for providing this amazing Steinway. The Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs takes good care of us every year, and we are most grateful that the National Endowment for the Arts helped us out with a big COVID relief grant this year that has made it possible to do this year's festival. Want to also thank some personal sponsors that make this go every year: Amy Boozy, Daryl Corey and Barbara Pillsbury, Bob and Mary Clark, Jarena Keys, Lee and Karen Kitson, Gordon and Janet Mallett, Mom and Dad, Karen Motawi, Gunder Myron, Jeff and Jane Peddlety, Judy Tressler, and George and Alice Wales. So this COVID relief grant is going to get us through this year. Looking ahead, I think all of the music world is wondering how things are going to survive and how it's going to go. I hope that we get to be back in front of audiences soon. There are both the obvious health challenges, but with all of this shut down and without audiences, there are financial challenges. If you are interested in this and excited about this and as hopeful for future seasons of Tuba Bach as I am, and you are able, I think through these live stream things, there has been, Jeff, has there been a crawl that's gone across every now and then? Oh, there hasn't been, but there could be. Oh, there is now. Yes. So how you too can contribute and support Tuba Bach. There's also, if you go to our website or our Facebook page, there are links for how you can do that. If you got a pencil and you're ready to write, P.O. Box 1215, Big Rapids, Michigan, 49307 is our address. Any and all support is very much appreciated, and hopefully we can keep this going for years to come. So, once again, want to thank these 3 amazing musicians that are here with me: Kealii Polischuk at the piano, Justin Emerich on the trumpet, Phil Sinder on tuba. It is so much fun Has been a great weekend getting to play with these gentlemen, and also Noah for turning pages. This final piece that we're going to play before we leave you for a week is by Herbert Clark. He was famous, I think, got his start as the cornet soloist with the Sousa Band back 100 years or so ago, had his own band, and this was a piece he wrote not for himself to play, but for 3 of his friends, 3 other cornet virtuosos. He called it the 3 Aces, so it could be the 3 Aces, I don't know, it could be the 3 Jokers, 3 something out of a deck of cards is what we are. So we leave you with Herbert Clark's 3 Aces. Thank you all so much for tuning in today.